just wanted to say, hope everybody had a great day today. Probably can't see me on the bottom left-hand corner in the bubble right there, but eventually you'll be able to see me when I get a better camera or turn down my contrast. This is a very short video, very first on-screen video tutorial that I'm going to be doing for you guys. Hopefully, I'll get better as I progress and do more of these. So, um, this one is about LionDesk. It's about LionDesk, and it's about the way that you guys should be inputting your guys' clients, whether they're open house clients, whether you generated an organic lead on Facebook or a marketing lead on Facebook, or maybe a sphere of influence, like a friend wants to buy a home and they're from your Facebook, or they're just from your family friend, something like that, and you need to log them on to LionDesk. So as you can see, we're here on LionDesk here, and the way I want you guys to complete this is very, very simple, but it's very, very important, because down the line, if we don't log our clients correctly the very first time, then they get out of order on our LionDesk. And so a couple of important areas here. Go ahead and push add new contact, because that's what we're going to focus on. This video is going to focus on adding new contacts to LionDesk. A couple of really important areas are right here, this column of information. So of course, hotness, another name that I refer to hotness level as is categories. We use our hotness levels as categories. As you can tell, there's a bunch of different categories here in order for you to properly input your lead. So be sure that you're inputting them in the correct category. If it's a Zillow lead that registered and they didn't answer the phone, there's a no answer category. If it's a hot Zillow lead or a hot lead, you put them in hot. If they need a lender, there's a lender category there. So you definitely want to input them right there. If they don't have a registration date on the LionDesk file, then here in the tags you would put registered, the month, or the year, or however you would like to register. The tags area is important for criteria, for personal information about the lead, whether they're relocating, whether if you have their employer information, like where they work at, stuff like that. This helps you get better at strategic marketing, and it helps you when you go to do mass marketing for strategic categories or subjects. You can go to your tags and pull up a certain tag, and all your leads will be there for that certain tag. It gets even more important as we scroll down. Lead source. We've added some new sources here. So sometimes we get renters they come over in a Appfolio email, but they're actually coming from Facebook, because Zoomper is connected to Facebook. If you've ever inquired about a property on on Facebook, and you registered for that information on Facebook, it might capture the person via Appfolio, but the website that's really hosting the property is Zoomper. So if you're getting leads from Zoomper, make sure you're categorizing the source Zoomper. This is going to help us track to see where we would like to be spending money that next year, where we need to be cutting expenses at, where some of the best leads are coming from, where leads are closing. When we're capturing them, the source that they're coming from, when we actually close them, we'll figure out, this is a really great source here. So this will help our number conversion. So be sure that you're adding a source. Never leave the source blank. I don't want to see any leads with the source blank. If so, then I'll be creating tasks that will be bugging you via calling you, via text messaging you, saying, hey, your file, this leads file needs to be updated with this information or that information. So if you don't want to be getting unnecessary calls or unnecessary texts confusing you and making you feel like you're getting overwhelmed with these text messaging calls, then please don't leave the source area blank. Another important one is the status. So if it's a new person, leave it in new. If you're prospecting the lead, if the lead is on an appointment with you, setting an appointment with you, they're an active lead. If they're not sure if they're going to close this month or the next quarter, that'd be a future lead. If they're a lead where they're a farm list, right? And they said that they're thinking about selling their home, and they're not sure if they're going to do it in the beginning of next year or in 2 years from now. You would log the lead in LionDesk, but you wouldn't put them as future. That's not a future type of status. That's a closed, inactive, or a non-client. So that way the system is not giving you every 90 days a task to, hey, reach out to this person. You can set personal tasks for like these type of leads that you're capturing, farmless clients, stuff like that, because they're probably most likely going to be on like an every 90-day or even longer mail out drip of some sort. So please don't leave that blank either on the status. The next one we come down to is the contact type. So we've added a lot of different areas in here too as well. Well, we're adding agents, we've added bankers, we've added lenders, we've added new build homeowners. So if they bought a home and it's a new build, we want to know what type of buyer it is, not just any type of buyer. We've added an investor, we've added flip home addresses. So if you come across an address that you feel in the future you could potentially list that property if you did the correct skip tracing and the correct research on the property, and just happen to come across the new homeowner and try to take that listing, you can put that type of contact as a flip home address rather than a name, because usually those type of leads that I'm adding to LionDesk, they don't have names yet, but we just have addresses for them. So we're going to try to put them in contact type, flip home addresses type stuff. So kind of just be creative. If you come up with another type of contact that you would like to add to the system, please let me know. I'd love to add more things. The more descriptive we get here with organizing this LionDesk, the better our conversion rate is going to be. The next category is going to be select contacts list. This one is either hot clients, past clients, prospecting clients, active prospects, whether you're working with them right now or you're going to be working with them in the future. Definitely try not to leave this one blank. I sometimes I don't want the file to be like a task automatically to be set for this lead. So I'll leave this at no list. And then later down the line, I'll select a list to let the LionDesk automated system help me stay on point with this, with that type of file. But most of the time I leave this one at no list. And then assigned user, if you own usually what happens in LionDesk is I can't trash your guys' leads that you guys create. So if you're logging leads in the system and then you mark it as trash, I try to go through the system about twice a month to delete leads that are in the trash category. But if you're putting in the lead and then assigning the lead to yourself, and then in the future you put it into the trash category, I can't remove those type of leads. So make sure every about once or twice a month you're going through your leads, and if you own the client and it's in trash, delete it. But this part of the input of the lead is really self-explanatory. Assigned user. So if you own the lead and you want to assign it to somebody else, assign it to somebody else. If you want to work the lead and you own the lead, just assign it to yourself. Stuff that I would really love for you guys to try to aim at, and information that I want you guys to try to get is if we can get birthday information, that'd be awesome. I know it's an awkward conversation piece to have. A lot of agents, I feel, don't ask that question, but if you can get the birthday information, that's awesome. Cell phone, email, last name, first name. We want to get as much of that information as we can get. If we only have a phone number, always ask about email address. See if we can get that. And then employer for company, if we can get their employer information as far as where you work at. So it's a great conversation piece to see about getting leads pre-approved before we send them to the lender, because as most leads can't qualify for a loan if they haven't worked with the company for a year and a half, closer to 2 years. Most of the time leads, lenders try to stay away from people that haven't worked at their company for too long. So that's always a good conversation piece to have. How long have you worked at your current employer? Who is your current employer? Okay, awesome. And then you kind of can put that information in there, and it helps you with strategic marketing, individual marketing, stuff like that. If they have a spouse, stuff like that. It just prolongs the conversation that you're having it on the phone. It makes it more personal. So the better you can fill these out when you're adding leads into the system, the more organized our system is going to be, and the less we're going to lose out on deals, and the more money that you guys are going to make. If you have any questions about this tutorial, it was kind of all over the place. I'm going to try to redo a better one for you guys for next week, and do a couple of other different tutorials. But if you have any questions, just send me an email, and I'll go ahead and address those questions one-on-one individually. Hope you guys having a great day, and thanks for taking a moment to watch this video. Good luck.